One hot summer day in the Department of Motor Vehicles office, it was just like it always was. The hallway is packed with people almost bathing in sweat, desperately fanning themselves with whatever's at hand, a hat, a folder, or envelopes. The heat added to the long line, and an even longer wait time caused people to grumble. A young security guard was keeping an eye on the crowd. He noticed that these are the same people he always sees there. It was the same seniors, migrants in dirty work clothes, and young mothers with wailing babies strapped on their waists. A common characteristic they all share is that they all looked tired and worn out. So when he saw a tall, broad-shouldered older man in worn clothes, he wondered who he was. The man wearing a blue jacket that looks quite similar to those worn by soldiers does not sport a polished and well-groomed appearance of a uniformed officer. This contrast made him interesting to the young security guard. To him, the man looked formidable, with half of his face covered by a large burn scar, while his hands were similarly disfigured. As he watched, he noticed the man constantly checking his watch, aware that the DMV office was closing for lunch soon. The young security guard, with a grin on his face, told the man, "Looks like you won't make it to your appointment today, old man. Mary and Linda won't stick around for much longer." For the sake of confidentiality, let's call them Mary and Linda, the two middle-aged women working at the DMV for years now. And after dealing with long lines of hopeful people day after day, the two have assumed an air of superiority, as if these people waiting in long lines are beneath them. They are snippy and short-tempered, except for the visitors who give them money or expensive gifts. Anna, another clerk at the office, is different from Mary and Linda. She had no substantial wealth, but she did not accept bribes. She worked diligently, following the examples of the former teacher who taught her the value of hard work and honesty. Meanwhile, Mary and Linda are like the evil stepsisters in every Cinderella story. They refer to Anna as a stay orphan, and they leave most of the work to her. On this particular day, with 15 more minutes to spare before it was officially time for lunch, the two picked up their expensive bags and started walking out of the office. The man, upon seeing the two, was almost alarmed at seeing them leave. He appealed to them, "Ma'am, please don't leave yet. I've been waiting in line since this morning." Mary and Linda continued, pretending not to hear the man. Desperate, the man walked alongside them and pleaded, "Ma'am, please understand that I came from the village and the last bus going there today is leaving in 20 minutes. Please, I just need my driver's license photo changed." With a haughty look, Linda said, "Listen, old man, there are a lot of people here, and there are only 3 of us. Just come back after lunch break." The man, obviously desperate, told the women, "Please, I can't come back after lunch. I have to be on the last bus home. I have to be able to come home to my mum with a sick heart." Instead of taking pity on the guy, Mary hollered at the young security guard, "Get this bum out of here right now." The guard, afraid of losing his job if he didn't follow Mary's orders, quickly jumped to his feet and escorted the man out of the office. Just then, Anna went out of her cubicle to check what the commotion was about and saw the man standing outside with a crestfallen expression. Anna surmised that the 2 older clerks threw the man out. Anna called after the man, "Please come back into the office. I will take care of everything so you can make it in time for your bus." Inside the office, Anna worked quickly on the man's paperwork so he could catch the bus leaving soon. The man slumped on the chair, muttered to himself, "Is this what the world has come to now? I've risked my life for them. For what?" A few minutes later, Anna was done with the paperwork and handed them to the man. "Here you go," she said. "Also, I apologize on behalf of my colleagues." The man thanked Anna and left. An hour later, on their way back to the office, Mary and Linda were met with angry stares. One shouted, "Insolent! The girl is left here working alone while they just walk around." There were several agreements from the crowds, but they all knew nothing would change. After that, the day continued as usual. When everyone had left and the clerks were preparing to leave as well, Mary and Linda mocked Anna for what she did earlier that day. But Anna didn't listen to them, bid goodbye, and went out the door. Once outside, Anna saw a like and subscribe button which you should make sure to hit. Kidding. But make sure to do that. Going back to the story. A couple of days later, a sleek black SUV stopped in front of the DMV office. The guard was astonished to see the city mayor get out of the vehicle. Mayor Mason Lewis, with his entourage, walked towards the office. Someone inside called out, "Busy, no need to roam around without a call." When they turned, Mary and Linda gasped in shock at the sight of the city mayor. Mason boomed, "What kind of nonsense is going on here?" The mayor, almost bristling with rage, continued, "The other day, an honorable resident of our city and war hero, Ben Davis, came here and you humiliated him." Apparently, the man missed his bus after all. He started to walk home, hoping to hitch a ride if a car passed him by. When he was about to lose hope of anyone passing by this road, a black SUV stopped beside him. The driver was the mayor himself. The mayor instantly recognized the war hero and thought it was his duty to send him home. Turns out that Ben Davis was a submariner midshipman who served in a nuclear submarine for a long time. One day, a terrible fire broke out on the ship, threatening to turn into a large-scale disaster that would destroy dozens of human lives and cause irreparable damage to the environment. In the process of putting out the fire, Ben received severe burns and became disabled. Unsurprisingly, he was discharged from the service and sent home for a well-deserved rest. Instead of a warm welcome from his wife, Ben was abandoned. Upon seeing his condition, Ben's wife packed up and left. Soon after, he went to the village where his mother still lived. There, he lived a solitary life. He was so busy helping his mother that he completely forgot to take care of his appearance. The village people had gotten used to his appearance, a scar on his face, and almost always wearing an old midshipman's pea jacket. Ben, forgetting that many people still judge a person by their clothes, came to the DMV office in shabby clothes that made him feel comfortable. After the mayor paid a visit, both Mary and Linda were fired, and Anna was promoted to head of the DMV office. She assembled a team and the DMV began operating efficiently. Everyone was satisfied. This story was featured in several media outlets. One of the journalists was so fascinated with Anna that he asked her out, and they eventually ended up dating. On Memorial Day, Anna, her friends, and her boyfriend Marcus attended a gathering together. Anna was invited as a guest of honor, being recognized as the best social worker. There she saw a man in full dress uniform, adorned with medals and decorations, Ben Davis. Ben gave a heartfelt speech to the residents. "The most important thing is to be human. For me, the epitome of honesty and integrity was a kind and lovely girl who reached out to me when everyone else had turned away." Anna heard her name being called, and as she walked towards the podium, the crowd broke into applause. Marcus caught all this on his camera.